Hey YouTube, here we go again. As soon as this controversy started with Omar and her controversial anti-Semitic tweets, I knew the media would eventually circle the wagons, cast Omar as the victim, and then refocus outrage on Republicans. This is the pattern we see anytime a story pops up and takes attention away from how horrible and monstrous Republicans and conservatives are.
The New York Times reporting the issue has touched off a furious debate between older House Democrats and their young liberal colleagues over Representative Ilhan Omar as being singled out for unfair treatment over her statements on Israel.
It would appear that the hardcore alt-left of the Democrat Party is well on its way to taking the reins, and we're seeing them use the exact same kind of intersectional race-based strategies that we've seen left-wingers using on American university campuses. It's my prediction that from now on, any kind of criticism coming from white people or coming from people who aren't left-wingers will automatically be dismissed.
My job is to shut other white people down when they want to say, oh no, I'm not prejudiced.
And you can guarantee that whoever that critic is will be attacked by the media as a racist, a sexist, a xenophobe, or an Islamophobe. It's always been that way in the media when it comes down to Republicans versus Democrats. But I think it's about to get way crazier and way more prevalent with the addition of these extremists.
The pushback from Congresswoman Omar saying, isn't it not allowable to criticize Israel in any way without it being called anti-Semitic?
Absolutely, it is legitimate to criticize Israeli policies. However, Omar has shown a pattern of tweets and statements that harken back to old Jewish stereotypes and the idea that Jews have hypnotized the world. Not to mention, Omar doesn't believe that Israel has a right to exist. She supports the terrorist organization and the Palestinian government known as Hamas, whose charter openly calls for the eradication of the Israeli state and Jews worldwide. The Palestinians regularly fly swastika flags, and they indoctrinate their children with very Nazi-esque propaganda. And this isn't particularly surprising considering that the Palestinians allied with Hitler and the Nazi army during World War II. But alas, you're not going to hear any of these facts on MSNBC, CNN, or any of the other networks, except for maybe Fox News. And it's also laughable to hear Omar and MSNBC dismiss critics saying, quote, we can't criticize Israel without being anti-Semites? I would turn that around on them and ask, can we discuss immigration without being called racist or xenophobes? Can we criticize Islam without being called Islamophobic? I highly doubt it, and I doubt this NPC reporter has even ever considered that question.
Furthermore, she has been the target of some anti-Muslim attacks from outside folks as well. And there's this general feeling of how hard do you want to, pile on one freshman congresswoman?
Got him. There it is. Of course, her anti-Semitic rhetoric should just be ignored because, quote, outside folks, and I gotta say, that's some real hardcore journalisming right there. But these folks allegedly attacked her for being a Muslim, and so that means she gets a pass. Isn't it funny how the media always seems to coordinate on a narrative to deflect any negative press from the Democrat Party? And by playing the Muslim card, you have now successfully put the attention right back on those dastardly anti-Islam folks on the right.
Republicans are trying to make a big issue out of this. They're trying to keep the spotlight on this. Congresswoman Omar is one of those young rising stars within the party. It's just another distraction from the things they're trying to do in the House. Democrats would like very much for this issue to go away.
Like I said, it's those damn Republicans again. And like this Democrat Party operative says, they really want this to go away. Back in the day, back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, people in the media would often say that we need to, quote, move on from Democrat Party scandals that they really didn't want to talk about. And that is, in fact, how we ended up getting the Democrat organization called MoveOn.org. It was originally formed to get media attention off of Hillary Clinton scandals. I've touched on this a little bit in the past, but back in 2010, a private journalist forum was exposed called Journalist. On this forum, journalists and media figures from all kinds of different publications and networks would coordinate on talking points in defense of Democrats and attacking Republicans. And of course, the media never talks about this, but during the WikiLeaks document dumps, it was exposed that the media and the Democrats have been coordinating to defend Hillary and attack Republicans. It looks like nothing has changed, and as pessimistic as this sounds, I wouldn't expect it to ever change. These people have a grip on power, and they're never going to let it go. All we can do is continue to expose them and hope enough people wake up and turn off their TVs. One last thing, folks, I want to introduce you to a very talented supporter and friend of mine named SJG Perspective. He's got a really entertaining YouTube channel where he creates parodies and provides commentary on all the latest news items. Go on over there, check it out, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks.